Hello everybody and welcome back to Subsecond F1 with me. It's that time of the year again. It's F1 Fantasy 2022 and we're to start picking your first team. You have the 5 driver slots and the 1 constructors. Now obviously this is all totally random. Nobody knows anything. You can either wait until after the first 3 practice sessions in Bahrain and pick then, or you can just build a basic team for now and just see how you go, covering all your bases. So the prices pretty standard. Lewis Hamilton is the most expensive driver at 31 million. Of your £100 million budget, you have to pick the 5 drivers and the constructor. That's important. All the way down with Kevin Magnussen being the cheapest, obviously replacing the aforementioned Nikita Mazepin. So it's Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell are the top 3 drivers, with Charles Leclerc then coming in at 18 million ahead of Perez. The McLarens are relatively cheap considering how quick they could be, and considering they finished 4th last year in the championship, they're quite decently priced. Pierre Gasly, bit overpriced. That's just very good last year. If the AlphaTauri is as quick as people think it is, Tsunoda could be a very good option, as could Bottas in the Alfa Romeo. But we're going to stick in a constructor, because I always like to always start with the constructor. It's just easier. So Ferrari is probably the cheapest option and the best option here. Very good race pace, very good preseason testing, most miles covered, most laps I believe, and a very decent 2021 with 794.5 points overall. So Ferrari, you are our constructor for the first team. Next up, so you've covered Ferrari, that's always good. You want to try and squeeze in either Max or Lewis. I'm going to go with Max for this. He had obviously very good last season. Won the World Championship, 846 points scored in the fantasy, 10 first place finishes, lots of points there for Max. He will be, once again, probably a very solid option. This is where it gets interesting. So you're going to have, because I've spent big on these two, I've got 11.11 million to average for the next 2. I'm going to put Valtteri Bottas in. The Alfa Romeo, it's quick, if we're to believe it. Bottas is he's very underrated. You know, he had a decent season last year in the shadow of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen's title fight. He's very good. You know, he's a very consistent. And if that Alfa Romeo is good, he will be there or thereabouts. And he's also under 10 million, so he's a very good turbo driver option as well. Next up, Lando Norris. Welcome aboard. Breakthrough year for Lando Norris last year. You know, 3rd places and 2nd places. Probably should have won Russia. But, you know, we don't talk about that, do we? No, we don't. Good points. They're 498.5. Compared to Daniel Ricciardo with only 333. And then both being very similar in price, only £1.5 million in difference. Lando Norris, welcome to the team. So we've got £19.5 million left. We want to end it down here somewhere. I think Kevin Magnussen or Mick Schumacher would probably be one. So Magnussen's in. Obviously, we got no stats about Magnussen because he wasn't here last year. So, but if the Haas is good, which people think it might be, he's in. Now I know I called the Gasly overpriced, but to fit in this team, he's the only one. He's the best option for the price remaining. Same points as Daniel Ricciardo last year. And he's also a good qualifier, and he's a good turbo drive option as well. So, Gasly, you're in. So the turbo driver must cost less than 20 million. So any of these, apart from Max, would do it. So Norris would probably be the best option if the McLaren is just as good. There we go. I'm going to select my turbo team, which is Ferrari, because I like the colour red. And that's it. That's how you set your team up. So there we are then. That's our first team of the year. I will be doing some other variations on this. On what's the best team you can pick. But this would be a starter team. It covers all bases. You've got the Ferrari car for the Ferrari element. You've got Max. You've got a solid turbo driver in Norris. And then you've got 3 decently midfield cars if the midfield is as competitive as people say. So thank you all very much for watching. If you do want to subscribe for more of these fantasy videos, please go ahead and do so. I will be doing them for every race weekend. Price changes I will cover, and also I'll be setting up a league. That will be in the description below. So don't forget to join that. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.